Legends surrounding the Illuminati have existed for a very long time. This secretive organization that many people believe to work behind the scenes to control everything from politics to the banking system. And shockingly, there are actually several pieces of compelling evidence to suggest that they very much do exist and that they are active in the world today. Here are 10 eerie pieces of evidence that the Illuminati exist. Number 10 is that it did exist. One of the biggest pieces of evidence for the existence of the Illuminati is the fact that they absolutely did, in fact, exist many years ago. Their founder, Adam Weishaupt, a German philosopher, established the Bavarian Illuminati on May 1st, 1776. The secret society opposed things like superstition, restriction of knowledge, abuse of power, and religious influence over public life. Their goal was to control without dominating and end injustice. And like other organizations such as the Freemasons, the Bavarian Illuminati were declared illegal by royalty and were hunted down, though many claim they simply went into hiding and that they've been influencing events ever since, including the French and American revolutions. So the question isn't really does the Illuminati exist, but rather do they still exist? Number 9 are Illuminati skeptics. Here's something to consider. What if the Illuminati are hiding themselves by posing as skeptics who actively debunk theories about their own existence? There are plenty of people who feel that a shadowy group of geniuses who are covertly controlling how the world operates while awaiting their moment to fully take over the planet simply cannot exist. But there are also a number of people who are eagerly trying to disprove the cult's existence. Perhaps too eagerly. Could it be possible that the Illuminati have placed trusted individuals in positions where they can report back to just how close people are getting to the truth, while simultaneously spreading disinformation about how silly the conspiracy theorists are? Well, perhaps, or maybe they just want us to believe that. Number 8 is militarizing police. Have you ever noticed that local law enforcement agencies seem to be more heavily armed than ever? Why on earth would a small town sheriff's deputy need quick access to machine guns, drones, armored vehicles, or grenade launchers? Well, if you happen to buy into the beliefs of many conspiracy theorists, all of that is just more evidence to prove the existence of the Illuminati's sinister agenda. Militarizing local police today will mean that when the day comes that they're needed to keep people in line as the New World Order takes over, they will have the weapons needed. All of the new gadgets meant to keep us safe could soon be turned against us if the theories about the secret society are true. And all of the evidence is already in the hands of police. Number 7 is the introduction of the euro. One of the things that the New World Order, the single global government that will be put in place soon after the Illuminati stops being a secret society and officially reveals itself to the world, wants, is a universal currency that every country on the planet will utilize instead of their own individual currency. With a one world currency, the Illuminati can control economies more easily and reward certain nations for causing less trouble than others. In order to test how a one-world currency would work, conspiracy theorists suggest that on January 1st, 1999, the organization implemented the euro dollar, a European currency that replaced the money in the pockets of 300 million people, as well as transformed how businesses operated across the continent. We can consider this a successful test of what the Illuminati will one day bring to the world. Number 6 is Washington, D.C.'s layout. If you're looking for signs that the Illuminati exist and happen to have a map of Washington, D.C., then taking a look at the area north of the White House might reveal what you seek. When the city's layout was designed, a pattern was purposefully put into it using 5 streets: Vermont, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and K. That pattern being an inverted pentagram that points directly at the White House. Of course, pointing out that Vermont and Connecticut avenues don't stretch south far enough to form the bottom point properly will not get you anywhere if you decide to argue with Illuminati ousters, as they will reveal how the map has been changed by Illuminati members in government so that they won't be found out. Number 5 are symbols on US money. In many ways, money runs the world. So obviously, if there's a secret society pulling the world's strings in an effort to maintain control, then the almighty dollar must be at the root of the plot. This idea is the reason that so many point to the symbols on American currency as proof that the Illuminati exists, or at the very least, proof of their sinister plan. The floating pyramid with the all-seeing eye on the American $1 bill shows the power and ever-watchfulness of the group. Plus, if you look closely at the bottom of the pyramid, you'll see Roman numerals, which is the number 1776. Of course, 1776 was the year that the Illuminati was formed. Could it be a coincidence or something more? Number 4 is H.G. Wells called it. As a genius author, H.G. Wells was a well-respected man, and his work has been essentially worshipped by millions of people around the world. His works include a number of predictions, and though he wasn't a self-described psychic, more predictions this Victorian science fiction writer put out there came true than the ones Nostradamus made. Wells accurately predicted the development of nuclear weapons, email, genetic engineering, and even man setting foot on the moon, and he died long before any of those things actually happened. But possibly the most unsettling of his theories were that there will be a single global government and that a secret society will be controlling the future of humankind from the shadows. Could it be that this new world order is coming soon? Only time will tell. Number 3 are celebrity hand gestures. The more famous a person is, the more power that they can wield, which draws the investigative eye of conspiracy theorists to them. But what if I told you that dozens or even hundreds of celebrities have covertly saluted their Illuminati brothers and sisters in photo shoots, music videos, and television appearances, and you probably haven't even noticed? Whenever you see big stars making the OK symbol with their thumb and forefinger and holding it up to their eye, you probably think that they're just trying to do something fun with their hands. But as it turns out, they may be saluting the symbol representing 666, the number of the beast. And that diamond shape that big names like Beyonce and Jay-Z make while staring into a camera, well, that's actually the Illuminati triangle, and it's a salute to them. Number 2 is the all-seeing eye is everywhere. Though the Eye of Providence, better known by most as the all-seeing eye, used to be considered a religious symbol depicting God watching over humanity and the universe, many believe that it is now a symbol of the Illuminati. Evidence of this is that the image of the eye, which is usually surrounded by rays of light inside the triangle, appears in a number of places that are not part of the Christian faith at all. It can be found on money engraved on gates, in logos of corporations, in imagery hanging in the halls of world leaders, and even the reverse side of the Great Seal of the United States. Today, the symbol is more closely associated with the shadowy observers, signifying control, surveillance, and a power the elite have over the weak, and it is everywhere. And number 1, there have been similar secret societies. A number of exclusive organizations or secret societies exist in this day and age, many of them hundreds of years old, like the Freemasons or the Skull and Bones. These and many others have very secret rituals, words, and even gestures that they can use to identify another in a group. So if they can keep those a secret, how hard would it really be to keep an entire club a secret? If the Illuminati do still exist, it's definitely possible that the rules given to members when joining are insanely strict and include never mentioning that the organization exists, when in reality they're off planning how to institute a new world order to rule everything, including you. So, do the Illuminati exist? Ultimately, it's up to you to form an opinion, but I highly recommend doing research, although I do warn you, what you will find is very disturbing and may keep you up at night. In fact, exist many years ago. Their founder, Adam Weishaupt, a German philosopher, established the Bavarian Illuminati on May 1st, 1776. Shockingly, there are actually several pieces of compelling evidence to suggest that they very much do exist and that they are active in the world today. Here are 10 eerie pieces of evidence that the Illuminati exist. Legends surrounding the Illuminati have existed for a very long time. This secretive organization that many people believe to work behind the scenes to control everything from politics to the banking system. And Number 10 is that it did exist. One of the biggest pieces of evidence for the existence of the Illuminati is the fact that they absolutely did